If someone's coming down to Bridge Park for the first time, where would you tell them to go eat?
I'd say Cap City for sure.
Cap City?
Yeah.
Cool. If you had to sell Dublin in 3 words, what would it be?
Food, fun, vibes.
What would you tell to somebody why they shouldn't maybe move? What do you like most about living down here?
This stuff.
Would you ever consider moving here?
Well, I'm originally from here and I moved to get away from Ohio, so I don't know if I would move.
So today we are in Dublin. If you're thinking about making a move to Columbus, I know that you're going to know what the locals have to say about Dublin. So today we're going to talk to some locals and I want to know what they love, what they don't like, so you can make an informed decision for yourself if Dublin is going to be right for you, and we're going to get after it right now. We sit here right on High Street and we're actually in Old Dublin, and this is where everybody used to come out to Dublin, and this is what everybody used to love Dublin for, because on High Street over here we had some really good old restaurants that used to sit down here in this historic village. Then one day something happened and that was called Bridge Park, and we're going to explore more of Bridge Park today. But where I stand here now, this has grown up significantly, and there's some really cool restaurants that sit on this side with the old side of the river, and then we go back over to the new side of the river, and what connects the two is this really cool walking bridge. So we're going to get after that right now too. This is the long suspension bridge. It's called the walking bridge down here in Bridge Park, and this is what marries old Dublin to the new. And across the river here, as you can see, this beautiful new development. What you don't know is this used to be an ugly little strip mall, and there actually used to be a driving range down here, and there's really no point of going over there. It was just kind of old and decrepit, but some major changes came when developers started working with Dublin to bring this to Columbus. But when you come down here on the weekends, this walking bridge gets really live, and it's kind of like, I just love in cities when there's just people from everywhere that comes down here to visit, because it's not just for people that live in Dublin. If you live in Columbus, this has definitely become a new destination. And in my opinion, there's some good things about it, but there's also some bad things about it, and that's what I'm interested to know from the locals, because as you start walking in downtown Dublin now, you would not believe the traffic. This used to be like a little village, and just a few cars here and there coming through, and now you just have all this traffic. And I know people that are like from Dublin, again, this is all beautiful and great to use, but when it brings all these extra people, I just don't know if they really understood the unintended consequences of all these new people coming down here. So I'm just interested to talk to some people and find out. How are you down today to check out Bridge Park?
Just this bridge, I had heard about it, and I thought it'd be a cool thing to kind of at least take a walk across it. Me and my wife are kind of getting away. Tomorrow's our 27th anniversary.
Well,
so
happy anniversary. We should bring her on camera. You guys get across the bridge. You guys gonna go eat anywhere?
I'm not sure. It's something we haven't discussed yet. And we didn't eat that long ago, so we're probably going to wait a while.
Okay, well, I'll make a suggestion. If you guys come down, it's a big anniversary, a lot of special occasion, check out Valentina's.
Okay.
Just trust me in that. Call, make a reservation, and you'll be a very happy wife tonight.
Okay, well, I appreciate it.
All right,
Thank
well,
you.
a pleasure talking to us.
You too. Thank you, sir.
My good buddy Urban, he just opened up this restaurant. He used to be the Ohio State football coach. Guy's pretty successful. Might want to look him up. So what's your name?
It's Conlon.
Conlon?
Yep.
Where are you from?
The Westville area. Actually,
Okay.
just moved to Bridge Park. So.
You just moved here?
Yep.
What do you like about Bridge Park so far?
It's being able to walk down here, come get some food, a drink, stumble home later at night, and comfort of an elevator.
If someone's coming down to Bridge Park for the first time, where would you tell them to go eat?
I'd say Cap City for sure.
Cap City?
Yeah.
Cool. How long have you lived here for?
Just renewed my lease about a year and a half now.
Okay, so you're kind of like a Dublin resident now.
Yep.
Okay. Since you've been here a year and a half, what would you say you like the most about Dublin?
I like the community.
Uh-huh.
Everyone's really nice. I don't have any issues around here. Good vibes.
What about, is there something that you don't like about Dublin?
The scooters.
Scooters?
Yeah, those electric
You're
scooters.
the first person to say that.
Yeah.
Now let me ask you this, I'm curious. Since you've been down here a year and a half, would you say traffic recently is just like really picked up?
Definitely, like 4 Fest this year was insane. Like you could not move out here at all.
Yeah.
Like packed sardines.
Yeah. If you had to sell Dublin in 3 words, what would it be?
Food, fun, vibes. Yeah.
Cool. All right. Last question is, you're talking about vibes. What do you think is like the vibe down here? Like, who is it for?
I'd say like it's a good mix of a crowd. Like you got young professionals, you got people settled in their careers.
Like you? Are you a young
older demographic.
professional? Is that relative?
I think so.
Yeah. How old are you?
34.
Nice. Yeah, you're a young man. I'm 38. Conlon, it was a pleasure, man. Thank you so much.
Me too, man.
All right. Take care. Conlon was awesome. He just moved here a year and a half ago from Westerville, and he said he was like digging the vibes. He kept using that word vibes. So I was like, what is your favorite vibe about down here? But it really is. He said there's a lot of different people from all different ages. It's funny, like my mom, she's in her 60s. She was thinking about moving down here. We've seen a lot of young professionals out here. We've seen a lot of kids and things out here. So I just like, there's not one typical person that lives down here. So I think that's kind of cool, but see what else is next. Right here behind me, this is the Sandbox. It's like this virtual reality place. I didn't even know this place existed, but I was down here one day and I started hearing all these screaming. I was like walking right here and I was like, what is all that yelling? I thought it was like something bad happened. And I went over there and I talked to the guy who was standing outside. He was actually the general manager, and he said, yeah, this is like a virtual reality place. You can book group events here, take your family to, and it's a pretty wild place. I haven't been yet, but if you're down here, I don't think a lot of people know that this is here, so I would check that out. Carl, nice to meet you, Carl. I'm Oliver. So Carl brought to my attention, he lives down here in Bridge Park. How long have you lived here for?
6 months.
Just in your 6 months, what do you like most about living down here?
This stuff.
This stuff. So we're sitting here in the North Market right now, food hall, and it seems like it's middle of the day on a Wednesday. You're enjoying a beer. Just have the day off. And
I did. Yeah.
You just come golf. The golf course.
Yeah.
Where'd you go golfing?
Golf club in Dublin.
Okay. Is that like your main place you go play in Dublin?
Yeah. I play all over though.
Yeah. Cool. I'm asking people about the traffic down here because I've been living in Dublin a couple of years now, and I would say that the traffic now has gotten a lot worse. And I've seen like literally in the past 6 months. Is that what you're feeling?
It's horrible.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he's not shy about it. It is horrible. I agree.
But the good thing is you don't have to drive anywhere here.
That's right. Yeah. Everything's walking down here. You go across the walking bridge.
Like.
That's what I would like living down here too. What would Dublin have too much of, other than traffic? Do you think there's something that they need more of?
You know what they need? They need like a, you know what a bodega is, like in New York? That's what they need here. There is not one.
We don't have a good bodega.
No.
Almost anywhere in Columbus, there's like a bodega down the short north.
I mean, it's like I could go to Kroger, which is 5 minutes away, but that's not the point. It'd be nice to just go get some.
Okay, if you're watching
like
this
right
and
there.
you're an entrepreneur, we need a bodega. If someone was moving here and they had like one night to just go down out to eat in Dublin, where would you tell them to go eat?
Hyde Park.
Hyde Park?
Yeah.
Hyde Park we've got a couple different locations around the city, but I don't know if it's the first location, but it's like one of the older Hyde Parks here in Dublin. Really good steak, Cameron Mitchell restaurant, highly recommend. When you come in here to the North Market, what's your favorite place to eat?
Colo's good.
Colo is really good.
Saddlebrook is good.
Have you had the shrimp po' boy at Colo?
Yeah.
That thing is fire.
Yeah.
Like the shrimp's like one of my favorite things. I come down here and eat.
Yeah. And that Kitchen Socials is awesome too.
Yeah, I still haven't been to Kitchen Social. So
awesome.
what is that like?
It's great because from 3 to 6 it's half price appetizers.
Oh, is it really?
Yeah.
So 3 to 6 half price appetizers at Kitchen Social. Where did you live before Dublin?
I lived in Hilliard.
I lived in Hilliard before Dublin.
Yeah, I went through a divorce, man.
Okay,
Yeah.
so for not so great reasons. I guess, did you have any other options in mind, or did you just know you wanted to be here?
I just wanted something different.
Something different.
Yeah. And this is totally different.
So you're single, right?
I got a girl.
Got a girl?
Yeah.
Did you meet her down here?
I met her on Match.
Nice. Okay. I used to be in the Match.com game too, man. No, there's a lot of good ladies on Match. So we're older. Like, how old are you?
I'm 48.
You're 48. I'm 38.
I was married for 20 years, man.
Really? Do you have kids?
One kid.
One kid.
Yeah.
Does your kid like Dublin?
Oh yeah, he loves it down there. Yeah.
Where do you like to take your kid around Dublin?
He loves Urban Myers.
Urban Meyer. We were just over there hanging out with Urban, actually, and there's a poster outside.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Urban Meyer?
Yeah.
You have?
Yeah.
Cool. You said you went to Ohio State, right?
In Worcester. Yeah.
In Worcester.
Yeah.
Are you from that area?
No, I grew up in Youngstown.
Okay. And then what brought you originally to Columbus?
My girl.
Your girl. Okay. We all follow a girl somewhere, so I know how that works. My last question of the day is, and this might be a hard one, but if you had to give somebody an elevator pitch on why they should move here, what is your 10 to 15 second elevator pitch?
Everybody's so laid back here. It's a different vibe. It
Last
really
guy we were
is.
just talking to talked about the vibe. And I think that's a good way of putting it. It is a very laid back environment when you're down
It
here.
is. I mean, there's 18-year-olds in my apartment. There's 80-year-olds in my apartment.
See? What did I just say too?
I mean, it's like
You're watching this. We just said that. There's people
it's-
of all ages here.
and it's just they're all chill.
Yeah.
I'm laid back as you could possibly imagine.
You really are, because we just met you on the sidewalk holding it. You could be coerced to come sit down and have a beer and talk, and I think that is just what makes community, is just meeting new people like that. So Carl, I appreciate you doing this, because I know you said you were nervous to come on camera with us, but I think you did an amazing job.
Oh, thank you, man. Appreciate it, buddy.
All right.
Yeah.
Thinking about moving to Dublin, let's just say maybe you're single and you're just looking for a good place to rent. Right here in the heart of Bridge Park, there's all these apartments that are around. They're really nice apartments. They have balconies. I mean, a lot of the residents we met that live here, I mean, they just walk everywhere every day. So they can walk to the North Market, get their lunch, get their dinner. A lot of good coffee shops and parks and everything It's right across from the walking bridge to Old Dublin. So I just find that, like, if you're single, this is actually a really good place to think about making a move. So if you check out my pros and cons video, I said that there's, a lot of, there's not many good places that are healthy, quick options to eat. Well, Rebel is actually one that I found that I actually really love because it's just like really health conscious, health forward based bowls. And so this is one of my regular places that I like to go to eat. So again, if you need something like quick and healthy, check out Rebel. What's your name?
My name's Trent.
Trent?
Yeah.
Nice to meet you, Trent. What's your name?
Marchie.
Marchie. I've never heard. Where'd you get the name Marchie?
Marchie, so my name's Marcello, but like everyone just calls me Marchie.
Are you two brothers?
Yeah. No.
Oh, you look like brothers. So Trent and Marchie I was just walking here talking to my videographer and he said, yo, what are you filming? So I wanted to talk to you guys real quick and they jumped right out of the car. I thought that was pretty cool. So you guys are pretty young. You guys in high school?
Yeah, freshmen.
Where do you guys go to school?
Kilbourne.
Kilbourne. Now, since you said you go to Kilbourne, do you guys play Dublin any sports?
We're gonna play them. I played them in football and basketball.
Oh, you playing Kaufman. Who's better?
We beat them by like a lot.
Oh, so they're not so good.
Yeah,
All right. What's your guys' favorite sport?
Basketball.
Basketball.
Where you guys gonna go to play basketball in college?
Hopefully Ohio State.
Ohio State, I guess, yeah.
What's your GPA?
My GPA?
Yeah.
Like 3.2.
Yeah, 3.3.
Dude, it's pretty smart. You're better than I was. Like a 2.9. Good for you guys. Marchie, Trent, you guys are awesome. I'll let you go get your milkshakes. I just want to talk to you guys.
All right, yeah.
All right, take care.
Thank you.
What are your names?
I'm Leslie. I'm Lisa.
Leslie and Lisa. Okay, where are you guys from?
I live in Hilliard.
You live in Hilliard?
I live in Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, Florida?
Yes.
Are you visiting
I'm visiting my
Leslie?
sister. Yes.
Cool. Have you ever been to Bridge Park before?
I have. I've been here one time.
Would you ever consider moving here?
Well, I'm originally from here and I moved to get away from Ohio, so I don't know if I would move.
You're a snowbird that never came back.
Yes, so if I did live in Columbus, my husband and I would honestly both consider this area.
And Bridge Park specifically? Or just Dublin?
Like the Dublin area, like close to here.
What do you think attracts people to Dublin?
It's large, good schools.
And this area here is great. There's a ton to do. You can park and then walk to everything, which is great.
Telling me, he said, if you try to go in any other areas like this, there's no parking, and I think down here there's a lot of parking.
Yeah,
it's really
the parking
easy.
garages are great. And
Yeah.
you've always got a free. Yeah, they're free. You've got a place to park.
What's your favorite restaurant?
I haven't been to Valentina's yet. I'm anxious to try it, but we have not had a chance to go yet. I really like Cap City.
Yeah. That's the number 2, I think
everyone
people
likes
say.
Cap City.
Yeah.
So
Have you been to the Pearl?
have not.
Pearl's another one.
Where else did we eat? We ate someplace else down here, and I don't
We ate in
remember
like that market.
Cap City, Pearl, and Valentina's, they're all owned by Cameron Mitchell. That's why they're all really good.
That's why, you can't go wrong.
My last question is, describe Dublin in 3 words.
I would say sophisticated, fun, because there's lots of stuff to do, and family.
We really appreciate you guys talking with us.
Cool. Thank
Cool.
you.
Thank you. Hey, I know if you're watching this, you might be thinking about moving to Columbus, Ohio. So check out in the description box below. We have a free location guide that's going to tell you everything you need to know about living in Columbus and Dublin. All my contact information is there. We'd love to help you make a smooth move to Columbus. What are your guys' names?
I'm Sarah.
Sarah?
I'm Katie.
Nice to meet you, Katie. So what brought you out today?
This park,
Just like right behind us? Where are you from?
Westerville.
Okay, so you're in town. You just came over to Dublin today.
Yeah.
Do you come over here a lot?
No, actually I don't. Sometimes I'm a photographer, so I come out here sometimes
Oh, cool.
to take pictures around the bridge and everything. but
Yeah.
Not very often though.
It's like a really photogenic spot.
It is.
Did you know that you can go kayaking down there?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, you can actually go kayaking like right at dawn. Where do you live?
Westerville.
In Westerville too?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good place to walk around.
Yeah.
There's multiple things you can choose from and get a little bit of everyone's taste who you're with.
So after you guys get done catching up here, what's next?
There's a lot of shops around here.
There is. Are you gonna go get ice cream?
Possibly.
What's your favorite ice cream in Columbus? Now, it doesn't have to be Dublin. I'm gonna leave this open. What do you think is the best ice cream in Columbus?
Oh no.
Graders.
Thank you. Over Ginny's?
Yeah.
What do you think? What's the first thing that comes to mind when you think about Dublin?
Restaurants, parks, breweries.
Yeah. Sarah, would you say there's a favorite restaurant of yours in Dublin?
I am partial to Kitchen Social, but
Yeah.
they've got a couple locations that I guess can't say Dublin. I haven't had a chance to try them all to give you a true opinion, but I do like North Market because they've got everything in there.
Now, last question of the day would be, what would you tell to somebody why they shouldn't maybe move?
The weather. Right now, you can get all 4 seasons in 1 week. You never know.
The humidity when it's too hot, or
Absolutely.
is it okay? So you think that's worse than the cold winter months? I mean, you don't like seeing the sun for like 6 months? days.
Yeah, that's the part where like I hate where it's like gloomy and cold. These are the days I like the best.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, ladies, you've been an absolute pleasure to talk to. I really appreciate you guys giving your insights, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, you as well.
Thank
Good
you.
luck with all the rest of your interview.
Can I get everybody's names?
Yeah.
Bob Smith,
Joe Ellen.
Joe Ellen,
Linda.
and Linda. Nice to meet you guys. So, where are you guys from?
We're from
Powell.
Okay. How often do you guys get out to Dublin?
Not that often.
Not that often. But what would be your like elevator pitch why they should move here?
Well, they're very well-run communities. There's a lot of young families. Stuff like that.
I would agree.
It's safe. The schools are good. A lot of
Park
newness.
system is really nice here.
So since you're from Florida, what do you think Columbus has that Florida doesn't?
The best weather all year round.
Yeah. Keywords, all year round.
All year round.
Last question is, if you had to sell somebody on moving to Powell or moving to Dublin, why should they move to Powell versus Dublin? She said less traffic. So I would agree with you on that. I think today what I was telling my audience was I think Dublin used to be a smaller village here, and just over the years when Bridge Park opened, I think it's brought a lot of traffic down here. Last question of the day, if somebody who's visiting here, never been here before, where's the best place to go out to eat?
In Powell, local roots.
Oh,
I have two granddaughters that work there.
Yeah,
Do
go
they
to
really?
local
There
roots.
you go.
Go to local roots.
I still have not been to Local Roots, but I know exactly where you're talking about.
Village Tavern is a good place.
Yeah, the
to eat.
Village Tavern, absolutely.
Yeah.
So get some good Irish food there too.
Yeah.
Well guys, that's it for today. We had a lot of fun talking to a lot of different people from all over. It was really cool to get to know some of the people that come and use Bridge Park here in Dublin. And if you're thinking about making a move to Ohio and maybe you're considering Dublin, I would love for you to reach out to me. All my contact information is in the description box below. We look forward to seeing you on our next community tour right here.